Good morning, everyone. My name is Attorney Chazle Woodley, and I am super excited today to present to you all about professionalism essentials for new attorneys, right? So, we all want to start strong, we want to finish strong as well. But I think this is one of the most important topics that we can talk about as new attorneys, especially because there have been, unfortunately, some issues that have arisen with certain attorneys in North Carolina that we'll get into later. And so I definitely want to make this an open discussion. So please feel free to write in the Q&A. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to make comments. I want this to be as interactive as possible. And again, thank you so much for joining me this morning. So first and foremost, you've already met me. My name is Chazle Woodley. I am currently an associate attorney in commercial litigation at Gordon Rees Scully Mansukhani, which is a very long name. So most of the time people just refer to us as Gordon and Rees. And my practice focuses on commercial litigation, as I stated, representing businesses, organizations, churches, even in premises liability, product liability, and professional negligence matters. And here's my email if you need it for any reference. All right, so let's get into it. Why are we talking about professionalism, right? Because we are in a profession and we are in a field where we are people centered and people focused, right? Even for me, a lot of times people are like, oh, you represent businesses, you represent the big guys. And I have to remind people there's always a person behind every single client I have. There's always a person behind every single business that I represent. And unfortunately, there have been some grievances that have been made about and against some attorneys across the US, but today we're focusing on North Carolina. And so I want to first define what the NC State Bar grievance terms are, right? So first you have disbarment, which none of us want, right? We fought very hard to go through law school, to pass the bar. So none of us want disbarment, right? And then the other term is suspension. None of us want that as well, right? You want to practice law so that you can actually practice, not to be suspended. Then there's censure. Then there's reprimand, admonition, letter of warning, and letter of caution. So let's go into what each of these mean. And again, feel free to stop me at any point, put a question in the chat box or whatever you have on your end, and I'd love to discuss anything further that you have any questions or comments about. First and foremost, disbarment and expulsion. So, expulsion from the North Carolina State Bar is what disbarment essentially is, right? It's when they revoke